was told to do right. Stick around by my side if they wanna test my life. Yeah, street kid, I was trapping long nights on the weekend. Shorty on me all night.
Hey yo, it's your boy Blue Eyes, the Boston Boss, aka Ronnie Blue Eyes, aka Royal Blue, back with the Scandalous World Podcast.
Yes, sir. You know who I am. It's your boy B. Luke, Bobby Lucas. And here's another episode. Thanks for tuning in. What do you got on your mind today, man? What do you want to bring to the table?
Today, I want to talk perseverance.
Love that word.
Perseverance.
Go ahead.
Actually, like I said, my original rap name, Severe, came from the word perseverance. So I've been very persistent my whole life, to say the least. So definitely perseverance, hard work, not giving up, dedication, faith, hope, all that wrapped into one today. Let's get into it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you, man. That word resonates so much with me too. Perseverance. You know, being able to go through hard times and come out still with a positive attitude, right? Not bleak, not defeated. Still like, okay, this is just a setback for the get back. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, sometimes you got to take one step back, 2 steps forward, but you know what? Sometimes you got to take 5 steps back and then run. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like definitely people who have stories of perseverance, like I was just watching something the other day. It was around World War II. A lot of these people, Americans, were like stranded on these foreign islands. I mean, there was spots in Australia where the stuff in the Australian, like the plants, the animals, it's all different. They had no knowledge of it, and they lost some. A couple guys, survived, and that's the true perseverance story. But, we can all take something from any hard times in life, any hardships, you know what I mean?
Definitely. I'd like to know, especially where you're at. It's always important to know, what food you could eat, what wild berries you could pick, what a edible, what a poisonous, what you could hunt, what you could gather. I think that's very important to know. Take it all the way back to,
I agree that it's important to know, but if I'm gonna be a buck with you, I'm a city boy, bro. I don't know none of that stuff. My old friend, she used to always tell me, she'd be like, you should go on one of those survival shows. I was like, for what?
Yeah.
I'll die. I wish I was more in tune with it, but we don't really.
That's my point. I'm a city boy too. I'm a city boy too, and that's why it's like when I was young, you couldn't get me to go camping for the life of me,
Right.
Yeah. Now it's like the outdoor survival, fend for yourself, off grid. That intrigues me now.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in all that. But
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm definitely not no pro at it, but I would definitely like to get more involved with it. Learn hunter and gathering, survival, shelter building techniques, fire techniques.
Yeah, and you can find all that on shout out to YouTube, man. We on YouTube, but you can find anything on YouTube too, bro. They got trail cameras, they got all sorts of stuff I've seen. Like I said, I'm not a fisherman, bro. Yeah. Like, I don't hunt. Like, honestly, if it was the apocalypse, I might be screwed. So I'm going to have to go to a clan or a crew and be like, listen, I don't know much about this and that, but I could be your muscle, man.
Yeah,
I could go.
Something to the table.
Yeah, you want me to get wood, stuff like that. I could be the labor. I could be part of the protection.
And
you got to protect the clan, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and that plays a big part. But a lot of what I follow on YouTube doesn't have a lot to do with what I was covering on the YouTube streets. Like, I follow a lot of fitness, boxing, martial artists,
big time.
martial arts, yoga, meditation, stuff I would normally never consider, but I try to come at it from a different perspective. But it all plays the only zen you're gonna find at the top of a mountain is the zen you bring. And I think that takes part in the journey. That got to do with a lot. We were talking about it ain't always the destination, but it's the journey you find.
The process.
Not just getting to the top of the mountain, but enjoying the climb on the way,
Absolutely. Definitely gotta like the process with the thing, man. Like, fitness for me, I like the process. You know what I mean? I like the way I feel after I work out. You know what I mean? Mentally. I'm just on a higher frequency. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm more in tune with my thoughts. I'm more concentrated. And
100%. Everything in your body and everything in your mind is telling you it's go. It's on go mode. and your primal instinct kicks in like at the right time, you know.
I love that feeling. Even just like when you're in the gym and you're getting stronger and you feel, especially when you first get into it and you feel yourself getting stronger. Like I like that feeling. And as men, we gotta be we should be strong. You know what I mean? As we grown ass adults, we should be strong.
It's been a while, bro. So I go back to the gym yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm gonna do more weight, less reps, and just get in and out. You know. Woo.
Feeling it today?
Woo. Boy.
Feeling it today.
Your boy is feeling it, bro. I woke up so sore, bro. So last night I was feeling it. I was kind of sore. I'm like, maybe I laid the wrong way because I was live last night in the YouTube Streets podcast doing that. And I'm laying kind of awkwardly. So I'm like, I'm kind of sore. So I'm thinking it's that. Then I woke up this morning and I couldn't move a muscle. But it's so good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's so good. I love that feeling, that burn you get, you know?
I look at it like this, man. Like, I ain't never woke up the next day, like besides soreness, but like when I'm into it, when I'm doing it daily and I get a great workout, I don't never wake up the next day and regret what I did the day before. No. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm more on that page instead of like alcohol, bro. I sometimes on like when I drink, bro, I'll wake up and I'll be like, damn, what do I got to make apology texts and phone calls and stuff like that, or whatever, like negative vices and stuff like that, whatever it may be. It may be like I noticed a big thing now in Massachusetts is the gambling, the sports betting is becoming legal, and they're giving people, you know, a couple hundred. You know how it is. It's the whole bait. It's like the bait. It's like the dealer that gives the free samples. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, here you go, hit me up. That's what they're doing, and 100%. I can already see it's gonna affect different people, man. I already see it.
Look at how fast the grass took off, bro. The marijuana, man, it hit crazy. I mean, it's always been prevalent out here. It's always been real big out here.
Yeah.
But when they legalized it, decriminalized it, you know.
Since we on that topic, bro, and this is what we do here, man, I want to promote Kush Groove dispensaries, right? And these are these are some dudes I grew up with from Cambridge, man. We all went to high school together, and they're opening up in I think 420 is the grand opening, but they're doing like a soft opening next week. But Kush Groove, but not only is the dispensary, I'm telling for y'all online, Kush Groove clothing, the apparel they got, it's all fire, and it's weed-based stuff too. So it's like they have this one. It's one of my favorite ones. It's like a lemon head. You know the lemon head character? Yeah. So it's that head with a jacked body, and it says Sour Diesel.
That's dope.
That's so fire. So shout out to Kush Groove dispensaries. Y'all make sure if y'all are in Massachusetts to go check them out. They're about to open on 420 in West Cambridge. And also if you're not in Massachusetts, then you could go online and check out some of the gear. It's fly. You can see I've seen rappers like Freeway wearing it, Beanie Siegel, I think. They've been around for a while, the clothing, but they're just getting the dispensaries.
It's a big lane right now with the marijuana and just everything from the branding, from like the cookies. You see them doing it at other platforms and stuff, but I'm looking to open up my own smoke shop with my cousin. Hopefully get involved in the dispensary business. I want to learn it first, you know. So I want to work at my buddy's smoke shop for a little while, work at the dispensary, and then hopefully in the future open up my own, you know.
So definitely, I feel like if that's something you're trying to do, like work there, like you said, to be in the trenches, learn the craft, man. Yeah. Study it. If you're gonna do it, take pride in it. A lot of people, you know what I mean.
I think that's very important. When you do get involved in something, don't just try to start from the top. Like I said, you gotta start from the bottom, get rooted.
Mm-hmm. And I heard what's his name, Jordan Peterson had mentioned, even if like you start at the bottom and you're not the boss, but you could be your own boss. You can make sure that whatever your responsibility is, like take pride in it. If your responsibility is to keep everything clean, you keep it not a speck of dust on it, whatever it may be.
Take pride in your work, whatever it may be. Definitely 100% crucially important.
And I feel like that kind of brings us into with the perseverance. A lot of perseverance is hard work, right? To get through anything, even if it's mental perseverance, emotional perseverance. It's like you got to put in that work. You got to put in hard work. You got to make.
I've been in places where it's like I've been so hopeless. So hopeless, where I never thought in a million years I would even be sitting here today, never mind doing something positive. So no matter where you're at, no matter what you're thinking, what you're going through, keep your head up, keep going. It's gonna be worth it in the outcome. Like, to enjoy the sunshine, you gotta get through the rain.
Yeah,
So
definitely. You gotta. That's a.
to enjoy the joy, you gotta get through the pain. So just stick with it. Keep going. That's my advice I could give to anybody out there going through hard times. Just keep going. Just don't give up. Cause I've been there where I gave up, and then it's just like indescribable.
Yeah, some people
What I've achieved since then.
in
Thank God I didn't give up.
depression and mental health, and I don't know if this is what you're getting on depression. You felt hopeless, so I'm thinking like depression. A lot of that is like, man, it's like quicksand. You're just gonna keep burying yourself too. You know what I mean? Just get deeper and
Well, we
deeper, and
gotta
it's
go
tougher
hand
and
in
tougher
hand,
to
brother,
pull
'cause
yourself
we're here
out.
talking about hope and faith and perseverance. So on the flip side, when I wasn't as hopeful as I am today, I was depressed. I was going through it, and I was hopeless. That's what it all boiled down to. But when you could have a little bit of hope, you could just hold on to a little bit of faith. That could go a long way and take you a long way.
I mean,
It did for me.
and since you're touching on hope and stuff like that, kind of makes me want to bring up this book we have right here, Blood on the Razor Wire, by Chad Mox, and he's like he's out now, but he got real familiar with the law, right?
Yeah,
and would tell, and he got a lot of people out, and a lot of times too, and he pushes like, man, if you don't have hope and if you don't think you're gonna get out, no one else is. Like, no one's gonna fight harder for your freedom than you, and you gotta really believe in it and hoping it and having that positive mindset is huge, because negativity will manifest in these things. You keep feeding your self-conscious, right? I mean, not your self-conscious, your subconscious, these negative thoughts. You'll never get positive results if you're only dealing with negative thoughts. So you got to be positive, you got to be hopeful, but it's not just about sitting around waiting for something good to happen too. It's about being positive and hopeful, but doing something about it. Like, I like to say a lot, like, it is what it is, what's next.
Right.
Like, it's good to look at the past, reflect from it, learn from it, right? If you're learning from your losses, you take those 2 L's, if you're learning from that loss, that's a win. You're winning. If you can learn from every loss, if you get to find the lesson in the loss, then that's a win, because next time you go into it, you know what I mean? You won't make that mistake. You'll learn from that mistake. And that brings me to almost what we're doing here, bro. We did this, 2 days ago? And what happened? I got the audio. There was no audio because I didn't press the button on one of the machines. But guess what? I'll never make that mistake again. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's how I really learn in life, honestly, is by fucking up.
And I learned my lesson.
I learned by messing up.
Like, as soon as I got the text, bro, I'm like, damn.
I know, but what I say, man, I try to come back at you with some positivity,
I had
bro.
to dwell on it. I had to let it marinate. I had to let it meditate. I had to let it meditate on it myself. And then I'm like, hey, there's some things we said, there's some moments we captured that we can't recreate. But let's not worry about that. Let's just move forward and touch on some of the same subjects.
Well, yeah, the reason I brought it up was that, though, the lesson in the loss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And learning from it. That was why I was bringing it up. I'm not dwelling on it. I'm not stressing about it.
I'm saying I was.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, and I was trying to tell you. See, by Texas, I was trying to tell you, bro, it's all good. This is why we doing this. Yeah, so this is practice. It took me, I was like, damn, that's a lot of work. Like, I can't remember all that same shit. And I made some good points and some quotes, blah, blah, blah. Forget all that. Let it flow. We're going to keep moving forward. So I went to the gym, you know what I'm saying? I went and got some sun. I chilled. I worked out. I meditated on it. And then I thought about it, like you said, everything we did, we could do over and do better. It's just on to the next one. We can't dwell on the past. Let's move forward. On to the next one.
Listen, I got to practice what I preach. If I'm up here talking about not giving up and being persistent, I can't get bummed out over one mistake. Right. So I got to check myself, and along with my brother checking me like, yo, come on, we got this. Let's do it again, and let's do it better. So we're going to make our next move our best move, and it's a blessing in disguise in the long run, because here we are. Facts.
Like I say, bro, this is we up here, we talking, and this is it's practice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just practice. We got nothing on the line here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what if worst case, we embarrass ourselves a little, so what? So what? And like I said, it is what it is. What's next? Right? What's next? So what's next is what? I booked another appointment, and here we are back again.
And
Scandalous World
speaking of books,
Podcast.
Scandalous World Podcast, my brother. Shout out to the whole Scandalous squad out there. But
Yes, sir.
this
Esco.
book, Blood on the Razor Wire TV by Chad Marks. Everybody check it out. Make sure you check it out. He's a GOAT in the game. If you don't know, now you know. But
Yeah, it's a great book. I haven't finished it yet, so I want to finish it before.
My homeboy B. Luke ran out. You know, I mean, he got the hard copy in the building. We showing some love today. So salute to Chad Marks. Everyone check out Blood on the Razor Wire TV, YouTube.
Absolutely,
Or
absolutely. That's
order
a
yourself the
great,
book.
great channel trying to keep kids from life imprisonment and death, man.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
So I have to really be intrigued to get into a book, bro. You know, and
Oh yeah, this
so
just reminds me of certain. I never been
it's
been to no
relatable.
USP or anything like that,
Right,
but like
but
having my freedom taken for a
prisoners
significant
right.
amount of time. That's I relate to it.
But so I got caught up on the rabbit hole in the playlist on YouTube. You know, Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Excuse me. I listened to a little bit of the audiobook, hearing him narrate it, watching some of the pictures and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I watched the first one or two, and then I fell down the whole rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I did the whole book via audio on YouTube.
Oh, so you did listen to the book? Yeah.
I listened to the whole
Well, that's
book.
what's
I
great.
found it very interesting. It was entertaining. It really brought you inside his perspective. Like, it was crazy.
That's
bro.
what's
This
what-
is a great book.
Real quick, what's dope about audio books too is you get I'll be at work and I could bang out a book or two in a shift, bro. You know what I mean? And I might not catch everything too because I'm working, so sometimes it's in the it's in the background and stuff like that. But it's different in jail, man. You got none but time to read as many books, and just like out here, sometimes it's tough for me to sit down and really have the headspace to be like, okay, shut everything else out and let me concentrate and read this book. But I am doing that with this, and I bang this one out. This was actually, this is Behind Blue Eyes by John Kinney, Memoirs of a Federal Inmate. So, from my hometown, right? My man John Kinney from my hometown, from Cambridge. Great book. You can pick it up on Amazon. And I want to try to talk him into doing the audio version of it. But and this is, he was talking about spots that I've been to, Plymouth and stuff like that, waiting trial, and then he eventually went to the feds and stuff like that. But man, he's doing great things now. So he was actually I think he was my second guest on the Bounce Back. And this was one of those things where, you know how we didn't get the audio, I didn't get the video on that. It's up, so I got a slideshow. But this dude, man, he went viral for this thing called Glorious Gladiators, and it was charity, right? So he's salute to John Kinney, man. He got out, licensed electrician, owns his own company, you know what I mean? Right. CEO, author, man. And this is someone that, I look up to things like that. You know what I mean? I'm not ashamed to say that as a grown man, man. I look up to that, bro.
And again, just like with Chad, it's like, it's an inspiration.
Big time. Big time. So he's an electrician, and this is during COVID. He's doing a woman's, her name was Gloria, so Gloria's Gladiator. He's doing a woman's light fixture, and she doesn't have much money, but he realizes it's the whole house is messed up. Yeah. He fixes it for free. He puts a post, a GoFundMe or something, a post on Facebook. It became at the time one of the top 5 fundraising things, but all sorts of companies from like Massachusetts, New Hampshire, all local companies, they fixed the woman's whole house, bro. Oh, wow. They pretty much gave her a whole house, yeah. And that's That's an ex-convict, right? So we're not all defined just by our worst mistakes, man. We're good people. A lot of the best people I ever met, man. Ex-convicts, man. Yeah, and that's a story like we want to talk about perseverance, bouncing back, inspiration. And I got to get him back on here, and we got to get him in here and get the video right this time. And I salute and I appreciate all the guests who have come in and him for, working out this, working out the kinks in this. I don't know nothing about this, man, especially the technical side, bro.
We appreciate everybody tapping in. We're just getting warmed up, but before you know it, we're gonna perfect our craft. We take it very seriously. We have fun at the same time, but we take it seriously. We're living, we're learning, and we're gonna give you more for sure.
Absolutely. And I just, like I said,
you gotta give a little dedication, discipline.
But part of perseverance and hard work and all that. And hard work should be part of your character, right? And this is all part of just becoming the best person, the best version of you, right? Like you want to be you want to be sharp physically. You want to exercise physically. You want to exercise your mind, your mental by reading. Also, you want to become emotionally intelligent. And I think this is a term I just heard somewhere, is emotional intelligence, which is pretty much
like empathy
when you're but like empathy, but when you're feeling feelings, know that you're feeling them.
Right.
Okay, I don't mean this. I'm just angry. Maybe I shouldn't say this. And having those self-talks and emotional intelligence, being able to recognize when you're sad.
Yeah, that's
like me. I recognize if I'm sad, mad, angry. Like, okay, this is all, and it's waves, and you're always gonna feel
of enlightenment that it takes a while to get to.
Right.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and being aware and self-aware and acceptance is everything. You know?
Self-actualization.
Yeah, responsibility, take accountability, stand on your own, and it all plays a big part. You know.
I think too, as you know, someone in their 30s, I'm a little older and stuff like that too, is like be teachable. You know what I mean? Don't think you know it all, man.
Yeah, know that you know nothing.
Yeah,
the only thing I know is that I don't know nothing.
Well, yeah, the more you know, the more you know nothing, definitely.
The more I learn, the more I understand. There's a lot I have to learn.
Be teachable. You know? And like when I was locked up, bro, I was an actual so I was a tutor in the GED class.
Oh yeah, you were telling me.
I was a tutor, and I was kind of young upstate compared to a lot of people up there, right? Yeah. But I always did well in school. You know what I mean? And I'm not a rude guy. I carry myself with respect. You know what I'm saying? Always. So it was just kind of like, man, it ain't easy trying to teach a bunch of men that are, you know, some are my age, a lot are much older than me, convicts. And I'm trying to teach them fractions, bro. You know, and everybody learns different. But you know what? They were teachable. They wanted to learn. They wanted their GED. Yeah, and it's all about that mindset.
You gotta be humble, and you gotta be dedicated, disciplined. You know, it's destiny for us to further ourselves, to want to do better.
Be open-minded. Be open-minded, because I'll catch myself. I'll catch myself even scrolling YouTube. I'll just look and I'll be like, it'll take a couple seconds. Like, nah, I don't know, I ain't really feeling this. Yeah. But sometimes that's just the mindset as I'm scrolling. It's like, okay, let me just be open to this a little bit.
See, I'm stronger than I look, smarter than you think, but it took me a long time to be open-minded. Mm-hmm. And really, that's when my third eye opened, and like I learned about acceptance and perception and perspective. Perspective is everything. Like we spoke on it before.
Absolutely.
And it took me a while.
The world is as you see it.
Definitely. Yeah, and I'm very stubborn. I wanted everybody to see things the way I see things. You know? And it's like everybody can't see the world through my eyes. They have their own eyes. You know? Definitely.
Perspective is huge. I mean, just coming, like you said, about it gotta rain for you to appreciate the sunshine. And I feel like just being someone who has lost some freedom, man, and being away for a while, and having a brother that's away, and my dad was being away, man, like my perspective, like I appreciate freedom. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so what? It's a rainy day. I'm free. This is great. I haven't, you know what I mean?
Listen, it's a beautiful.
And a lot of people, just not to cut you off, let me just finish the thought, but a lot of people, they take life for granted. They take freedom for granted. I remember first getting out, getting on the train, and it's like, everybody's there. Everybody's tied into this. Yeah. Heads down. So unaware. So unaware.
In the little things.
Big time.
Appreciation. First of all, appreciation is underrated. You know, appreciation is huge with me. But just appreciating the small things could be overlooked very easily.
Actually, I heard Chad speaking on that with somebody. Was you know, he was talking to a guy, Sereno, and he's like, man, it seems like you really appreciate your freedom. I could tell you, you know, you're not going, but you appreciate your freedom. You appreciate the wife, appreciate the kids. You know what I mean? Appreciate the sunshine. Appreciate the rain, because you need the rain for the plants to grow, right? It's not all about us. That's the thing too. A lot of times we think it's all about us. Like, oh no, it's raining.
That's a great point.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it has to rain.
That's a great point.
It has to rain for the trees to, you know what I'm saying? It's all a purpose.
Being selfless too. That's a great point.
Yeah, and it's not all about us.
It ties into having to be, you know, to be given a second chance. having a second chance, it allows you to give somebody maybe a second chance. You know, when you receive a second chance,
Right.
or a third chance, like you said, maybe.
Oh yeah, there's power in forgiving too, bro.
Exactly. So being humbling yourself and forgiving and all that is not looked down upon. It's actually a strength. It's a strength to be secure in your manhood and be all right with yourself. Cause like, you know, it's none of your business what other people think of you.
Yeah.
When you can understand that, you're welcome. You know,
I like that. That's not you, but yeah.
I'm great at minding my business. I always pride myself on minding my business. People hit me up, hey yo, what's up? What you doing?
It's a
Chilling,
good
minding my
way.
business.
It's a good way to survive.
Yeah.
I could tell you what, it's a lot of people that's in the graveyard because they didn't mind their business.
I tell you what, in a lot of places, it's rule numero uno.
You know,
You know.
and that's the whole thing too about perseverance, bro. It's just keeping with it, and just you got to worry about your own path and your own purpose, right? You can't compare yourself to people that didn't have the same setbacks as you. Like I got out of prison, I'm like, oh, but this one may have, but I'm like, yo, you know what? They didn't have to go through what I went through, and then
You can't compare
eventually,
yourself
man,
to anyone. You know, there's always gonna be people that had it worse. There's always gonna be people doing better. It's always gonna knock you off your game, worrying about what other people are doing. You gotta just focus on you, and just dwell on what you're doing. It's like, cause I could get wrapped up in the drama real quick. So I gotta stay tunnel vision when I'm on a mission. It's tunnel vision. I gotta stay focused, or I'm hopeless. You know what I mean?
big time.
But I'm at a much different place today than I was, and I'm grateful. I appreciate where I'm at today, and I'm grateful to be here. And I'm no longer hopeless. I have hope. I have faith, and that's a beautiful thing.
Definitely.
And even just a few years ago, that would sound corny coming out my mouth. Me hearing that, anybody say that, I'm like, this dude's corny.
Right.
Some corny. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Yeah,
But
nah, I could dig that.
what's next?
Yeah, it is what it is. What's next?
You know?
That's how I always look at it. Like what's done is done. Like I said, it's good to learn from it, address it, see where you went wrong, and then move forward accordingly. But
Yeah,
you
don't
really can't
dwell
get
on it, but
you
learn from
can't.
it.
Because if you get too caught up on the past, like that'll stress you out, man. And stress will kill you, man. Stress will kill you. So you can't stress about the past.
Yeah, and we said it. And there's no amount of anxiety that's gonna change the past. There's no amount of fear that's gonna change the future. You gotta live in the now. Living in the now is so important. It's just as important as being honest. People
Living in
don't
the now.
realize how important honesty is. And I'm not just talking about being honest with my brother, being honest to people. Be honest with yourself. Start there. I gotta be honest with myself, and then I be honest with everybody else. And I think that's an important part. Like, people skip the fundamentals and want to get right to the dunking, and they don't want to learn the dribble first, They want to get straight to the third eye, and they don't want to work on the root or the heart or the throat. And what about the crown, Just going
big
for
time.
what's cool,
Definitely. And I feel like, man, it's like we gotta like I said, trying to create the best version of ourselves, right? But a lot of that is not like we said, a lot of people would think it's all about them and their comfort. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like I forget somewhere where I'm at, man.
That's
Dude's
good.
like, oh, can you close the window? I'm cold. But I'm like, bro, we gotta let the smoke air out or something.
And
Like, it's not
perspective.
all about you, bro. We
Again,
gotta.
perspective comes into play, though, because there's three sides: your story, his, and the third. It doesn't really matter who's right. It's all about respect and accommodating each other. I think that's what's most important.
Hell yeah. But like I said, sometimes we gotta stop getting caught up and thinking everything is just about us and our comfort, because we gotta sacrifice today for tomorrow sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you might want to go to the beach. It's a nice beach day, whatever. Everyone's at the beach drinking, having fun, but on your schedule you say, nah, today is push day at the gym. You can't alter from that.
Nah, you
And
gotta
it's all
stay
about
consistent.
it's like today, be uncomfortable today, be uncomfortable tomorrow, but eventually you'll be doing all these things to lead a more comfortable life when you're older, or not even just comfortable, but just more you trying to reach your goals.
Yeah, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah,
'Cause nothing grows in comfort and content. When you're content, you want to be able to grow. You always want to be hunger, looking for more. That's how we thrive, not just survive. That's next level. But yeah, man, you can't dwell on things. You gotta learn, live, learn, and move forward. Push harder, push further, push farther.
Yeah, I like that for sure, yo. So,
But like I always say, stay solid, stay sharp, stay strong, stay smart.
I like
That's
that.
my little motto.
Yeah, man, stay free, stay solid, man, and it is what it is. What's next? And just like touching on like perseverance, man. It just that word, it just resonates so much, man. And it you could tell, you can see it in someone's eyes sometimes when like that dude been through a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it really perseverance puts things in perspective, and that's how everything is like. It's all tied in.
Oh yeah.
And it's all really comes back to trying to have a positive mindset on things. Because if you have a negative mindset, you're only gonna attract negativity, bro.
I could have all my ex-model girlfriends tell you how persistent I am, or record labels or videographers will tell you how persistent I am. I am persistent.
Yeah, and it's about being
keep
persistent
on
now
keeping
in the right things, in healthy directions. You know what I mean? Let's be persistent reading, yo. Let's be persistent working out, right? Let's be persistent trying to be emotionally intelligent and try to know what feelings we're feeling as we're feeling them and try to act accordingly.
Start with the fundamentals.
Right?
Be persistent on being positive, being happy, being humble, being kind to others. This is all stuff that sounds so easy, but when's the last time you truly practiced it? You know, like I try to practice it every morning. Like wake up, whether it's something simple, good morning, have a good day, something positive to set the good vibes.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's important.
No doubt. Positivity, and like you said, be nice to people. And I feel like a lot of things, like respect-wise, the older I get, is like, man, like bring it back to the fundamentals, bro. Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Right.
Respect. Like that brings up that chick, the whole. Did you see that? Where she did the Tony Yayo, one of the in the female basketball. So I guess one of the girls, I don't know nothing about these women playing ball, but one of the girls did the Tony Yayo, the John Cena, whatever you want to do to the chick, and then the other, she lost. I guess she's one of the best female hoopers, but she lost to the other girl, and the other girl did that back. And a lot of people were saying it was classless, tasteless, and all that. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, it's like one thing, like, I'm a humble guy, but man, if someone disrespects you, I feel like, do you, bro? You got the right to do what you want to do. Don't dish it if you can't take it. And that's why I am humble, because I don't want people doing that to me. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Right. If you didn't want to be treated like this, then don't do this. You know what I'm saying? The basics, kindergarten, preschool,
this is
bro.
Competition at the end of the day.
I mean, that's hoops forever is trash talking, first of all. I mean, Larry Bird, Mike Jordan, they're the best ones to do it.
This is the competition.
Bring your A game. And you know how you stop that win. You should have won. I'm sorry.
Leave that crybaby stuff at home.
But I don't even know if it was the actual chick who did that that's saying it was classes. I think it's just other people throwing their 2 cents in, bro.
I'm a little lost on the subject, so I can't touch on it too much, but I get the gist.
Yeah, it's pretty much like, I don't know. I don't know. Some people, it's people pretty much having opinions on stuff that like
when you get a touchdown, you start, going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, some people do. Barry Sanders, he used to hardly ever do it.
You
know what I'm saying? Because he knows more.
Some people got signature dances.
Well, some people never get a touchdown. Barry Sanders is Hall of Fame. He's like this. I'm gonna get another one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna celebrate for, especially him. He ain't never won nothing.
That end zone, they just worry about what's next. It is what it is. What's next? Like B. Luke says, but some people got a whole.
But I like that we brought this.
Nah,
but no lie, bro. I like that we brought this to sports, because it's like. How it's like, not everything's about you. Not everything's about you and your stats. This is a team sport. Life is a team sport, bro.
Right.
If you think about it, right? Life is a team sport. It's not all about us and my stats, man. I'm trying to, if I can make you better, if you can make me better, if we can make him better, and we're a team, we become better as a team. You know, we can achieve so much more as a team, bro.
Well,
and uniting.
I like that you brought that rain as an example, because like sometimes we just use that as like as a metaphor.
Well,
like,
people will look at it like,
you know,
oh,
the
it's
rain,
raining,
the
it makes me
sunshine.
wet. Like, it's not about you.
Luke's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of us things need the rain. In some places,
Right,
some
exactly.
people, some plants, some cultures, some civilizations even need the rain.
I mean, there's a whole saying, prayers for rain, right? In drought
in some
areas,
other
California
places,
needs some
less
rain.
sun.
California
You know-
needs some
you know-
rain. Yeah, that's just selfish thinking. Like, oh, it's raining,
It's
so you're gonna get wet. The plant, you know what I'm saying? It's not about
and it
you,
ties
and that's
back to perspective. Again, it ties back because
perspective is mindset,
your
and it's all
perspective
tied
on
in.
that is impeccable, because it's admirable, because it's a different perspective. It's not that average perspective.
Right, because most
So I like
people,
that.
yeah, no doubt, man. Because I feel like things in life get a little easier when you realize it's not about you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We here to serve.
Acceptance,
We
man.
here to serve other people, man. We here to pass the message on, so the next generation can learn from our mistakes and not have to go through the same mistakes we did. Right? Where would we be as a civilization? Right, if one person didn't make the wheel and then teach the other people how to make that wheel, if he never shared that info, we'd be you know what I mean? We'd have to step one. We'd be stuck at step
And
one,
I'm
and that's the
big-
thing with people, man. It's people. We're social creatures, man, and life is a team sport, and I kind of like that.
Definitely.
That saying,
It's the
bro.
team mentality, like the way of the gang, the way of the pack.
All for
It
one,
takes-
one for all.
It takes a tribe. It comes all the way back to it takes a tribe. You know?
Yeah.
And I agree with being selfless, because like, especially when it comes to family, I'm a family man. I'm all about family. Family first everywhere. Fam first. It's all about family. So I would literally die. I would literally kill. I would literally do anything in the world for my family. And that's where I learned to be selfless, starting with myself and my family, and then learning to do it with the rest of the world. And you get that good karma back. That's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. But you will learn as you go on, putting out this positivity. It comes back around. Just like the negativity we used to put out got to us.
I mean, you're planting every like positive thought is you're planting seeds, right? So
Yes.
you got to keep planting these positive thoughts, these
Preach.
positive seeds in your subconscious is like the soil. So if you plant seeds, positive seeds, and tend to it and care to it, you're gonna reap what you sow. And that's
Free
same with
game.
your thoughts, man. If you just keep planting negative thoughts in your head, you'll reap what you sow.
Hey, that's free game.
Your subconscious knows how you treat yourself. I heard somebody say that your subconscious is paying attention. So, and I know sometimes thoughts come, but we got to look at it like these are intrusive thoughts, bro.
Yeah.
They're intrusive thoughts. They come, recognize them, let them
That's
go.
why, like, even being honest, when I say be honest and start with yourself, it doesn't matter if no one else is in the room, no one else is in the world. It is healthy for you to tell the truth.
It's like weight
to
off your
you.
shoulders.
You
Yeah.
have to just be honest.
Oh,
It's
but if you ain't
carefree.
honest with
You don't gotta
yourself, yeah.
remember no lies.
I'm a horrible liar, bro.
Right.
I'm a horrible.
Because you're
So that's
a
why.
genuine person.
But I think that's why, yeah, people. I bring people on the bounce back, ex-convicts, dude just coming home for 15 years, ain't even been out 90 days, but they're comfortable
Real, recognize
talking
real.
to me because I'm comfortable on just being honest with my story. And being honest is actually easier for me. I can't keep, lies is just, you say a lie and then you got to back it up with another lie. And then it's too much
we
work,
know what
bro.
you're capable
It's
of.
too much
You're
work.
a beast, but you're on here being as humble as could be. So real recognize real. The real can see it. The real can smell it. The real can feel it.
For sure, man. And I think
So
we
here to
should.
deal it.
Yeah, and I think we should end this one on that, man. It's like stay real, recognize real, stay free, stay solid. It is what it is. What's
Yeah.
next?
Stay
Tell them what it
solid,
is, bro.
Stay sharp. Stay strong. Stay smart. Scandalous World Podcast.
Peace.
All my life I was told to do right. Stick up by my side if they wanna test my life. Yeah, street kid, I was trapping long nights on the weekend. Shorty on me all